Hello. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to RR 2022. Hello, how you doing? Where are you watching from? What state? What country? What town? What weather season are you? Winter, summer, spring, autumn? Is it hot where you are? Whether it's cold? Good evening, everybody. Today is a day they will all be waiting for. We've been seeing the flyers everywhere, all town and social media platforms, and we are here today. Welcome to RRR 2022. I'm sure you're asking, what does it mean? Re-strategize, reposition, and rejuvenate. I am Dr. Peace Oyani Ofome, and I am a personal development, intentional living coach. I know that sounds like a mouthful, but you will know what it means by the end of the day. I believe one thing, that through intentional living, we all can live a fulfilled life. I am invested in your fulfilled life. I'm invested in you living that life that God wants for you, and to just live your best life. So welcome again. Welcome. I want you to leave in the comment section where you're watching from, what town, what state, what country, what continent, what time zone you're in. Are you just waking up, or you're in the afternoon, or you're going to work? Where are you watching from? Welcome. I want you to do one favor for me. I want you to share this link with so many people. Share, like, comment. Let's be interactive. It's me and you in this section today. Be interactive. These are your questions below. Get your friends, your family, your loved ones, your people, your community. Get your pen, your jotter, your notepad, and let us learn together. So welcome. I was to think about something, that why RRR? Why is it important for us to have these 2 days masterclass at the end of January? I believe that it's important because the first is important. When you secure the first, you can preserve the rest of the year. When you secure the first, everything will go smooth. I believe in one thing. I don't need to experience something for me to live my life. There are other people that have learned something, they've made research, they have their own platform, and I'm just to learn from it. I'm just to get the giftings or the rules, the principles, and live by it. Stop following that SUBSUBRIBE method in 2022. We don't need to suffer before we can live our life. We don't need to suffer before we can achieve our goals. There are already proven rules, proven principles that have been lived by people for countless amounts of generations, and you can do the same. So hello, welcome again, Favor. Welcome everybody. Please share the link. Let's share the link. Let's do that. Share. Like, comment, leave a comment below, and let's get started. I'm a surgeon, right? And when you want to enter the theater room, maybe there's a case and you want to enter the theater room, you have to wash your hands first. You have to wash your hands in a particular way. You have to wash your hands, and you have to enter the room like this. Your hands have to be in front of you and enter the particular room. You cannot cross to the other side. You have to wait to get dressed. You have to wait to be masked up, gloved up, and then you move to the patient. Now, if you don't follow the certain amount of pattern or the certain rules, you'll be kicked out of the operating room. And I remember my theater nurse, she always used to shout at me, "Please, niet." And after a while, I learned it. But that proves that it's important that we have principles. It's important that we follow those certain principles that are necessary for us. They're already proven, they're already done. Why don't you follow it? That is why we have RRR every year at the end of January, so that you can have this principle, this platform, this thing that can take you to win from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. Like, it's so important. And this principle I've been using for the past, let's say 5 years now. And that has made me have an organization that I've been running for 9 years and more, have over 800 volunteers, affected up to 2,000 to 5,000 lives every year and counting. You need this things, and I have a book, intentional living book, YouTube. We're doing YouTube now, and so many other countless victories I have experienced in my own life, and I want you to experience that same thing. You don't need to go through hardship and suffering before you can achieve your goals and your dreams. So once more, welcome. I want us to share the link again. Get your friends, get your notepad, get your jotters, get your community, get your association, and let's get learning. All right. So when you think about what is Restrategize? Now, this conference, the next 2 days, we're taking you through a system. And number one keyword is Restrategize. Now, to strategize is to have a definite plan. Now, the key word there is definite. Now, to reposition, so be in a particular position, in a particular set place, not just moving up and down, parabolating. You are in a particular place just for you. And rejuvenate is to restore, to revitalize. Sometimes at the end of the beginning of the year, you will get tired, you will get weary, but you need to revitalize, to be restored. What can you do to be restored? As you can see, this next 2 days is balance. You have a strategy. After that strategy, there's an opportunity for you to display those strategies. That is reposition. And at the end, you are revitalized or rejuvenated. And these things will help you need them. Now, let's get started. Now, re-strategize means to have a strategic plan, to have a definite plan. Now, the key word here is definite. What is your definite plan? Now, at the beginning of the year, I always used to pray for a word. God to just give me something that I can just hold, and God, this is my word for this year, and I will run with it. And I was praying and I heard the word intentionality, and I was asking, why intentionality? Why again that same word? And I discovered that 2021, right? I had a good year. I had some things I could accomplish. I was doing pretty good, but there were so many things I was yet to do, and I forgot this word, because I always say at the end of every of my video, if you meet me, be intentional, but I forgot this word intentionality. I did not follow my definite plan, my definite system that I've put in place over the years that have helped me to accomplish so much. So what is your definite plan? Every year we have this new Year resolution. I want to be great. I want to read my Bible, the whole of my Bible. I want to be in a healthy relationship, be a business owner, live a job, travel the world. We all have our good intentions. So I want in the comment section to place your intention for this year. What is that intention that you have that you want to achieve at the end of this year, or even in the next 3 months, next 6 months, the next 1 year, 9 months? What is that definite plan, or that intention, that desire that you have, that intent? We have good intentions. Okay, we have all good intentions, but why is it that our intentions do not translate to our results? Now, there's a big gap. Your intention is here. Now, the action at the end of it, and the action plan on your result is at the end. In between this space, there's a problem. This is where we all get stuck. This is where we have difficulties. This is where our plans just seem as if nothing can happen. And every year we're angry, we're sad. Oh my God, I didn't accomplish it again. Year goes again. When you write them down, you're so sad. But the problem is in between this place. For good plans don't necessarily translate to accomplishment. Good intentions, good plan, good ideas don't necessarily translate to that intention that you have. Now, why do we fail? Have you asked yourself, why do I not accomplish my goals at the end of the year? Why? Why do I not accomplish those things? No, there are big goals, those things that I want to accomplish. Maybe you want to travel the world, get a house, get a land, live a relationship, or be in a relationship, or call your friends more often, or be more caring, or become more disciplined. There are so many intentions that we have. They are all good. But the first thing is that, have you written them down? Just by writing down your goal, you're 42% more likely to accomplish them. You're already halfway through if you can just write down your goals and your dreams. Stop keeping them in your head. Your head is not that memory is not that good enough for you to be able to keep those goals and dreams and to accomplish them. Write them down. Have a jotter, have a notepad. Write down your goals. Write down your dreams. Now, why don't we accomplish our goals? Number one, we assume that we can automatically grow. You assume that you will just grow. You assume that you can just read your Bible for the whole year without having a plan. You assume that you will wake up 1 hour and just pray in the name of Jesus and go. You assume that you read 12 books without actually knowing what area you want to read, what type of books you want to read. You assume that you just make $1 million this year. How? What plan? You just assume. You assume you can do anything. Assumption always leads to disappointment. Every time you assume, you are going to get disappointed. Every single time. So you cannot just assume that you can automatically grow, become better, read a book, travel the world. If you want to travel, what countries? What will it cost? How much is the visa? Is your passport up to date? Whatever your goals are, your good intentions are this year, you need a plan. That's why this conference or this seminar is for you, to give you a definite plan to actually actualize your goals and your dreams. Even if it's just one thing you follow, get a plan. Number two is that we have the illusion of options. Now, I was reading a book by my friend, and he was saying something that he gave an example about a lady, a woman. She was asked to go to shopping mall. She went to shopping mall and she went to shop for men. Now, there are men on 6 floors. The mall is a 6-story building. Now, on each floor, there's a particular type of man or guy that she wants. Now, this is the catch. For every floor, there's a particular characteristics. But if you want, you can go to the next floor, the next floor. But once you are saying, you cannot come back and repeat. Maybe if you saw one thing, the other floor does not have it, you cannot go back, you keep going up. So they might say, no problem, that sounds very easy and pleasant. So on the first floor, there were men that have jobs. Now, some of us just want a guy that can take care of us, have good pay, they can do well for us. And she was like, okay, that's not everything. Let me go to the second floor. And she went to the second floor. There were guys that have jobs and love kids. Can you imagine? You get a guy that loves kids. That is just fantabulous. And she went to the third floor. These guys, they have job, they love kids, and they're extremely good looking. Now, damn. As a lady, we don't play with our dark, tall, handsome, bearded gang, six-pack, no swag with a British accent. We don't play with her. But this girl or this woman refused to pick that guy. So, that's not everything. Let's just go. And she went to the next floor. The fourth floor, these men have jobs, have kids, extremely good looking, and they can help with chores. Imagine a man that help with chores, man. That is amazing. I want that kind of guy. And she was like, okay, that does not sound bad. A guy that can clean, pick up the trash, arrange the room, help you cook, still good looking, has a good job. Now, 4 things. So she said, that's not enough for me. She went to the 5th floor. And on the 5th floor, these men, they have good jobs, love kids, have extremely good looking, help with house chores, and they are very strong romantic men. Can you imagine? That is just, wait, what do you want again? That is all you need. So maybe there's no prayer warrior in this part. So maybe some of us need prayer warrior or something. But that is just perfect. That's the perfect man we all need, we all want, we all desire, or fantasize in our head. Oh my God, this is how it's supposed to be like. But she said no. She went to the 6th floor. And the final floor, they told her, you are the 7th million woman to come to this floor. There are no more men for you. Get out. And it's not like a very funny story, but this is what we all do. Because we have options, we do not stick with a plan. We do not stick enough with something to change. We do not stick with a particular habit for it to grow, to become more. And that is a problem. I'm not saying that having multiple choice or multiple options is bad. Yes, I'm a planner. I have to have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. You don't catch me failing, but you have to stick with something. Now, originally, I used to think that it takes 21 days for your habit to change. I actually discovered it takes 66 days for you to change an habit. So you have to stick with something for, I think, a month and let's say 2 weeks or so for that habit to stick. That is how you know to install or instill good habits in you. So if, for example, in January 1st, you tried to pray for 1 hour, it did not work, stay with it. If, for example, at January 1st, you tried to read a book and you could not finish it, stay with it. If, for example, you try to lose, you try to drink more water, eat vegetables, and those things are not working, stay with it. You cannot just start and stop. That's our generation. We don't have the patience to stay with something long enough for it to make sense, for you to see it to come to pass, to see it spring forth, to become something. I want you to decide to stay with something, to stay with your decision, not to shift, not to just drift at any single time. No, you must decide to stay with something for a long period of time. I told you now, 2 months and 2 weeks. So let's agree that from February 1st, we're going to stay with our decision to change, to grow, to read a book, to do whatever for the next, that's February, March, till mid of April. And I guarantee you that you will see the change. Don't just start and stop. Don't just start today and tomorrow you get away with it. No, stick with a plan. Stick with what works. Stick with what you have been doing. That something can become something great and be tremendous later. A little drop, small changes can lead to tremendous results. But you need to stick with it. You need to stay with it long enough for it to work. And the third thing is that you do not know how to grow. So I've listed 3 things so far. Number 1 is Number one is that we assume. Number two, we have the illusion of options. And number three, you do not know how to grow. Now, I keep hearing this. People keep writing, hey, Dr. Peace, how do I grow? How do I read a book? How do I study? How do I start praying or different things? But you need to start. Just start. That advice does not make sense here. But still start. There's no particular pattern. When I started, I did not know how to read. I didn't know how to listen to messages. I hated listening to long hours of messages. I still do it now. You put on a message, I'll just leave you. I'll just cut my own shot. I'll just go away. Or I did not know a lot of things. No mentor, no resources, no money. I never in my widest imagination thought that today I'll be speaking to you on YouTube, have a YouTube channel that is growing, do so many things. But I just got started. Now just get started. Do everything that is worth it while it's uphill. It's not going that. It requires a challenge. It requires for you to challenge yourself, to have that desire in your heart to get started. I remember my sister, right, when she wants to do something, she would just pace all over the wall, get started, press play, jump now, wake up now. And when you come to our apartment, you'll be laughing, but it's true. Those things are key memories in our mind to just push, to get better, to just go press play on the audio messages, just pick the book and read now, just drink the liter of water, just eat that vegetable. Just get started. Just get started. So in the comment section, I want you to type grow up. Write in the comment section, I want you to type grow up. Grow up. You need to grow up. You need to grow up. You need to just get started. Type in the comment section, get started. Get started in any way, any hand, any format. You don't need, yes, I'm trying to tell you we need a strategic plan. But first of all, you don't need a plan at all. Just get started. Just get moving. Most of our dreams die in this place. Our dreams die in this place because we don't know how to start. God is telling you something. Hey, do this year. You're asking yourself, how do I stand? How do I go? How do I move? Just get started. You have people, you have book, ask questions. We keep repeating the same thing, but you don't like see enter this ear to come out in the other one. Get started. How? Pick a book. Pick any book. Start reading. Start with 2 minutes prayer. Then it goes to 5 minutes. It goes to 15 minutes. It goes to 20 minutes. It goes to 1 hour. People that started praying 3 hours. Someone said, if you're a Christian, you don't pray 3 hours. You're not a Christian. Me, I laughed because I don't believe so. Everybody do what works for you so that at the end of the day, you can accomplish your dream. The goal is that you get started. So get started. Grow up, get started. Now, what is the strategic plan for you to grow? Now, I said you don't need a plan, but you actually need a plan. Number one is that you need to make a commitment to grow intentionally. Now, I used to always say this thing that the first thing you have to do is to get yourself in the mood, get committed. Now, I'm the firstborn, right? And I think maybe like November last year, October, something happened. I discovered I was just sharing myself with everybody. They would call me here and there, and I did not have enough time to grow myself. I did not have enough opportunity for me to grow. I was just sharing, and I wrote in my journal because I journal, and I just told myself, please recommit to yourself. Just get committed to your own growth, to your own development first. It's like, I'm sorry to use Mary and Martha. Now, why I think Mary was at Jesus' feet. Martha was just being busy. She could have sat down and Jesus would not be angry, and the whole ceremony would have kept going on without her notice or something, but she decided to do that, being busy. Most of us are so busy, but we're not committed to our own growth. It's just simple. Get committed. Decide that you get committed to grow intentionally. Intentionally is to act on purpose, to be deliberate. You know, if you watch all my YouTube videos, I keep saying the same thing. Be deliberate with your growth. Act on purpose. So I sleep by 12 on purpose. I may not be sleepy. Feeling sleepy. Now, I used to watch Korean movies, right? And when I watch Korean movies past 12 or 1, I cannot sleep. I start fantasizing of how I killed this person, how I fought this war, something like that. And at the end of the day, I want to go to sleep. So I made a decision. Once it's 11 o'clock, I am not going to watch a movie anymore. Once it's 11:10, I won't watch any movie anymore. And that way, I got committed to my own self. I slept. I was determined I'm going to sleep by this time. Wake up at 6 o'clock. Invest in myself 1 hour. pray for 20 minutes, pray for 30 minutes, read a Bible, read a book, listen to motivational messages, invest in my own self. It starts with a commitment. So be committed. Get right in the comment section. I am committed to grow intentionally. Hey, let's write that. I am committed to grow intentionally. I am committed to grow intentionally. Write it somewhere. Write it in the comment section. Write it in your notepad on your phone. I am committed to grow intentionally. You need commitment. Whether you feel like it, whether you don't understand it. Some days it might not work for you. Some days it change does not make sense. Get committed to grow. Get committed to live intentionally. Get committed to read a book. Get committed to take that course. Get committed to make that money. Get committed to lose weight, to drink more water, to eat more fruit. Get committed to call your family, to be intentional with your relationship. Get committed. That is what it takes. Commitment. It's that simple. You need commitment to grow. You need commitment to become what God wants you to be. You need commitment. I am committed. This year, I am committed. That's why the word for this year is the year of intentionality. The year of intention, because I am committed to grow. I want to grow exponentially. I want to grow to an extent that no one can catch up with me. I want to grow. There's so much to learn. Now, I was telling my sister yesterday, and there's so much to learn. We're trying to fix up this live stream and through StreamYard and I was trying to feel like, how do I do this again? They were asking for a software encoder. Like, what is a software encoder? And I remember that someone taught me how to do it, like maybe back 2 to 3 years ago, gave me particular software, how to go and look for it. And I'm just thinking about it. How do I even know about this matter? But I decided to grow anywhere, anyhow. Grow, be committed. Number 2, make it public. That's why you need good people. Make it public. Tell your community. Get a community of people around you that you can say, hey, this year, these are my goals. I want to lose weight. I want to pray more. I want to read my Bible. I want to do this and that. How can you help me? Get committed. I told myself, I told my sister, I told my friends, I told my partners, I told intentions this year. I told my partner that I want to grow. This is how you want. I want to grow. Help me grow. Kick my butt. Make me do it by force, by fire, whether I like it or not. Help me. And they used to yab me, like they really correct me that hey, you don't have to do this thing very well. You don't have to do it well. And I laugh, but I just want to grow. Tell people that can help you. Tell people that you're in trust with your life that I'm going to grow. This year, this is what I want to do. Number 3, identify the areas you want to grow in. Now, you need to identify. Take out a pen. Please, can you give me a book and a biro? Take out a pen and a paper. Write it down. Write it down. I want to grow this year in this area. I would suggest that you pick 2 to 5. Take a piece of paper and a pen. It's that simple. My friend always say, think on paper. Think on paper. Take a paper, take a pen. You want to grow in 2 to 5 areas. After 5, you may be overwhelmed. Less than 2, you're not interested. So you need 2 to 5 things you need to grow. Someone will say, and John Master will say, 1, pick an area of choice and an area of skill. Now, area of choice is that you want to be more disciplined. You want to in your attitude. Now, the area of skill is maybe you want to learn graphic designing, public speaking, baking. That is a skill. An area of choice and an area